it's Hope. Today I'm here to share with you an Ulta haul, and I have not bought new makeup in a long time. I mean, I get little things here and there, but this is like the first time in a long while. My words are just, I don't know. This is the first time in a while that I have actually purchased a big order, and I threw everything in here. I have tried this out. So I got the order in the mail yesterday and I was playing around with it, and then I actually put some of the stuff, well, most of the stuff on my face today. So I've tried this out like played around with it a couple times, but this is not like a review. This is more just a genuine haul. I can share with you a few thoughts that I have kind of first impression style, which I'm not really a big fan of first impressions, but I could share with you a few thoughts on some things now, and some of these I've already purchased before. They're just like repurchases, and yeah, so I'll share with you that if I have kind of an opinion. Otherwise, I'm just excited to share with you some new products. I've been looking forward to getting these products for a while now. So, hop right in and see what I picked up. Well, you know when you order like a certain amount of money on Ulta or something, they give you like a sample? I got a sample of the Tarte Shape Tape and also a sample of the Estee Lauder Infinite Possibilities Pure Color Love lipsticks, maybe? I'll just open this. I don't own the Tarte Shape Tape. I've tried the Tarte Shape Tape. I mean, it's a nice concealer, but it's really thick and heavy, so I don't necessarily think I would use it on an everyday basis. So that's just why I've never really purchased it, because it's not something I would really want. Scent light, medium, medium, and tan in this little thing. I'll just play around with that, and then also the lip product. Oh, it's like a color in there, and you can play with it. So what color did they send? Shock and Awe, maybe? I don't know. So they sent 2 little samples here. I'll play around with them. Whatever. Okay. Now you guys may think I'm crazy. I ordered 4 Morphe brushes, and I have been trying to get my hands on Morphe brushes for a long time. I do own a set. You would know if you watch my videos. I do own a set of some that kind of came in like a big set, but they don't have like actual names on it. So like I do have a few Morphe brushes that I've used before. But I did want to get the ones that are like a lot of YouTubers use. So I think I honestly went through the Jaclyn Hill video and looked at all the ones that she talked about for like eye brushes, because I didn't really want a lot of face brushes right now. I just wanted like eye brushes. So I picked up the M518, the M433, and the M441. And the M510. So the M510 is this massive fluffy one, like it's huge. So I do sometimes use this to like brush on like a cream shade on my lid, or just to set my kind of eyeshadow primer. I'm losing my train of thought. But then I also use it for some highlight today. So you can use it a few different ways. One that I really like is the M433. This one is a little bit more, it's fluffy, but it's a little more tapered. It's not as round, and I really liked it for packing the punch in the crease. Not even packing the punch, but just blending it in the crease, and then also like taking on the outer. This one's really soft. I really like that. The 518 is nice and round and fluffy, but this one hurts, like my eye. I don't know, like when I blend it on my eye like this, I'm like, it's kind of scratchy. So I don't know how I feel about that one. And then this one's the M441. This one is a lot softer too, and this one's nice. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But I do like these. This is the second time I've played with them now, because I played with some yesterday. And then I did my eye look today with this, and I did get an eyeshadow little quad thing that I want to share with you. But I do really like these so far. And I think Morphe brushes are pretty nice. I mean, they're not even that expensive of brushes. And, okay, when you think about it, this is like $6 a piece. So you're like, wow, $6, like 6 times, that's like $24, and I'm holding my hand right here. Like, that's kind of a lot. But when you think about it compared to a lot of other brushes, like MAC brushes, you're paying like $19 for one brush. So, I don't know. I think they're pretty much what you pay for. Oh, I also did go to Walmart. I just ran to Walmart with my friend. Just, she needed to get stuff or whatever, and so then I was like, well, I wasn't planning on buying anything, and then we walked through the makeup aisle, which is mistake number 1. And then mistake number 2, I saw this one. this foundation. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Foundation. You guys know I love my Rimmel Lasting Finish, just the original foundation. I don't have it sitting here, it's in my drawer, but you guys know I love that one. I use that one all the time. And then they just came out with the breathable one. And so I was like, ooh, I want to try that because I love the lasting finish. I heard this one's a little more lightweight. And I'm pretty sure somebody might have commented. I feel like somebody commented on my video asking me to review it too. And I wore this yesterday and the day before. I wore this yesterday for sure. And then I played with it the day before. And this stuff oxidizes on me, so I did have to get, okay, so I have the shade 100 in Original Ivory, and this is 103 True Ivory. So this is just a shade darker, but it doesn't really look that dark. They had like a swatch thing, and it literally is barely darker, but this one oxidizes. I think, I haven't compared swatched it to that one, but the other one that I have, the original, but this one is definitely lighter coverage. And then if you build it up, it kind of starts to get like it looks heavy because it starts to oxidize. So I need to play around with it a little bit more. I don't like that it oxidizes. It has a doe foot, which is a lot nicer. Oh, geez. This is a lot nicer of an applicator than the original one. Every time that sound kind of grosses me out. And it's really liquidy. So it's like a really thin formula. I suppose I could swatch it. I mean, it looks like it'd be a fine match, and it's really not that bad of a shade match. We'll keep it on my hand for a second and tell you if it oxidizes. It doesn't look like that bad of a shade match at first, but then once it is on your skin, I was asking Brynn yesterday, I was like, does it look like my face is looking orange? And she said, yeah, it does look a little bit like it's kind of turning a little orange, or it looks like you have makeup on. So I don't know yet. I have to play around with it a little bit, but this one definitely, I definitely think that I like the other one better, but I've only played with it like 2 times, so I can't really give my full opinion. I also did pick up another foundation from ULTA. Stop vibrating! My phone keeps going on. I did pick up another foundation. I got this one from ULTA. I was watching Shades of Cassie, Shades of Cassie, or something like that. That's her channel name. And I happened to just see her title and say like my new favorite foundation, so I clicked on it. And it was the new Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This is SPF 20, and I got the shade LW2. They're kind of confusing with the shades. They do have cool tone, warm tone, and neutral. I was going to get a neutral, but then I decided I'll get LW2. And I'm wearing it today, and I think it looks really nice. I think it's a very nice, it's not too, okay, the packaging is just like the other one, except for it's just like it's a doe foot, exactly like that other one. This one looks a lot like the Tarte Shape Tape. The Rimmel one, not quite. But you can just tell the quality. I mean, the Rimmel one is kind of like a glass container, but this quality, like this packaging, looks like it's high-end. I mean, this is probably like a $12 or $13 foundation, but I really like the applicator. I mean, I'm fine with it. You just kind of do a few stripes on my face, whatever. I did put 2 layers on today, and I think it looks very nice. I think it's very natural. I like it for like an everyday use, for like school or work. I think it's very nice, and so far, so good. Don't have a problem with it oxidizing, really. I don't really think it looks like it's oxidizing, so I don't know. I really do enjoy this so far, and I'm pretty impressed. I think it looks pretty good. So I'll have to keep you updated, obviously, and try it out some more, but so far I like the Physicians Formula one better than the Rimmel one. So you guys probably heard this one a lot, the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. You guys, I was like, how can a concealer be so life-changing? And then I tried it, and now I'm just kind of obsessed. I think this is a very nice concealer. For $6, it's like $6. I'm just guesstimating on the price. I don't really know how much it is. I think the only thing, this has 3 shades. And this is like the middle shade, Porcelain. So the shade range sucks. I'm sorry if you have a deeper skin tone. I hate when brands are like that. It's so frustrating. This one is in the shade Porcelain 010, so 010 or 10, whatever. I like it because it's a neutral undertone. You see how it's almost gray, but I don't know, I like it. It's very light. It's very light. Like, it's kind of too light for me, which is not very good because I'm like in the palest of the pale right now, and it's kind of too light. So I feel like if I mix this with just like my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade like 10, I feel like, or 20 maybe, it would balance out well. But I do think this is a nice concealer. I don't think this is like a thick, heavy concealer, but this is like a nice covering, like it gives you coverage, which I like because I like concealer. I just said like 4 times. I enjoy concealers that are nice and covering, but I don't want them to be thick and heavy like the Tarte Shape Tape. So I really like this so far, and I'll have to keep you updated, but this is a very nice one as well. I feel like it might replace my Maybelline Fit Me, which is a big deal because I've been talking about that one for years. I did not pick up a pressed powder because I've been enjoying the Rimmel or the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Powder, but I have picked up a blush, bronzer, and highlighter. The bronzer I picked up was the Makeup Revolution Vivid Bake Bronzer. Mine's broken. It came broken. I mean, it's fine. I kind of cleaned it up. It's literally in one piece, but it's like moving around. So it's pretty, I can probably, see the thing is, I don't even really need to press it because it just moves around. It's just not in the pan correctly. I don't know. But I do like this bronzer so far. This one, there was a bunch of different shades. This one's in the shade Golden Days. It's very light. And it's not necessarily, it's kind of got a sheen to it, so if you don't like shimmery bronzers, you wouldn't like this. But it's very light, but it's not too orange. I don't like bronzers that are very orange because I just feel like it depends. If I'm more tan, I like them, but if I'm pale like this, I don't want a really orange bronzer. So I do like this one for kind of my more cool tone bronzer. Definitely think I like my Butter bronzer better, but I still don't think this is a bad product. So I still will play around, but I am kind of excited to have a new bronzer because I think I only own the Hoola and the Butter bronzer because I got rid of everything else because I like those two. So, okay, LA Girl. I got the Just Blushing Blush in the shade Just Playful. You guys have probably heard about these LA Girl blushes before. They're very popular. This is I'm not a big blush person, so it's kind of weird that I bought a blush. But, you know, this is a very nice blush. I do like it a lot. It is very pigmented. Well, I wouldn't say very, it is pretty pigmented. So I do have to do a light hand because I noticed that if I start to apply it and then I'm like, ooh, I want a little more, and then I'm like, wow, I have a lot of pink on my face. And I'm not a big fan of blush on me. I just am not. I feel like, I don't know, I just don't like how it looks on me. So a very little bit goes kind of a long way. You can definitely build this up and make it very pigmented, but you can use a light hand and it looks nice. Like I used a light hand today and I feel like it's not very, and you probably can't even really see it with these lights. But so far so good. I really like this. I love these tones of blushes. Like, you know, if you looked at my collection, I have one shade that's a brighter pink, which is from Tarte, and then I have just a bunch of more neutral shades like this. So I really like this. These tones grab my eye. The packaging is nice. And yeah, and this is only like $5.99. So enjoying that so far. I also picked up the J.Cat Beauty You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter in White Goddess. So I was looking up swatches online and I wanted to get a gold tone highlighter from J.Cat, but their highlighters, the gold ones, I felt like would have been a little too deep for my skin tone, and my skin has a problem with that where I like the gold tone, but my skin is so light that when I turn or you see like a shadow. And I didn't really want a pink highlighter because I was sick of buying pink highlighters. Like, I wanted a highlighter that was like light gold, but not too deep of an undertone. Does anybody else feel my pain? So I have a lot of pinker tone highlighters, so I decided to go with this one, which is like the very lightest, and it's a very fun, different color. It's kind of what I expected, kind of not what I expected. When they said online it was going to be like a light, like yellowy gold kind of. It's very cool. I don't know if you can see it on. I don't know if it's coming across as gold on camera. It's just a little, it's more just yellow. I wouldn't say it's gold, but it is like a yellowy kind of, not pink, golden highlight. So I guess this is kind of what you get if you're not deeper skin tone and you want a gold. I don't think this looks bad. It's just different. It's very yellowy, but I think it's kind of fun, honestly. I don't know. I'll have to look when I'm editing if I can tell that it's gold, if it just looks like reflected. But it definitely has like a yellowy golden shift to it. So I don't know. I think it's cool. And these highlighters are talked about a lot, I feel like. So it's kind of nice to get my hands on. I wanted to do I wanted to do a video before 2018 started, or beginning of 2018. Well, we're into February now, so it's kind of late for that. Of 8 products I want to try in 2018, or 8 brands I want to try in 2018. And I probably would have put LA Girl and J.Cat in that, but now that I've tried it, I can't really do a video on that, so probably won't. Yeah, but it's because there's a few drugstore brands that I have not tried. A lot of these I have, but some of these ahead. I also picked up the Catrice Sli'Matic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is a waterproof. It's a 1.5 millimeter. I got the shade Light. So you guys know my brows are really dark, and I was kind of having this debate in a video a few weeks ago about how I don't know if I want to go darker with my hair, if go lighter, whatever. We're deciding that later. I'm getting my hair done in like 2 weeks. I'm really excited. And I decided that I was going to pick up a blonde brow pencil and just play around and see with it. This was probably like $5 or $6, and I was like, you know, I want to, because a lot of times you can pick up a blonde pencil. You don't necessarily want to do, if your brows are super dark, you don't necessarily want to do like a black shade in an eyebrow pencil, because then it's going to make them look even darker. And I'm trying to avoid that really dark look on my brows. So I picked up this blonde one. Now, I don't know, my brows are kind of having a little difficult of a time right now, so if they look a little crazy today, that's why, I'm sorry. I've been trying this. This is the second day I've worn this. It's a really tiny tip. It's kind of like the Anastasia brow is. And the shade is actually not that bad. It's kind of more warm tone, but it is, I don't know, it's pretty warm tone and it is lighter, but like in my brows, I don't think it looks that bad, and I like that because like I wanted a pencil that wasn't going to make them more blonde shade, but it wasn't going to make them too dark, and I really like that. I think it did do a very nice job. It doesn't make my brows, it makes them look filled in, but they don't look like too dark, so I really like it. It looks more natural. The thing I have with this is so creamy. It's kind of hard for me to work with it, and especially because it is a really skinny tip and it's so creamy, it's just kind of hard to work with. So I'm still getting used to it. I go back and forth. I had been using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, which is more of like a triangle tip, so I'm not used to this tiny of a pencil for my brows, so I'll have to play around with this a little more and let you know. So far, I like the color and the tone and like a lighter shade for my brows. The pencil's really creamy. I'm not a huge, I would rather have it be a little more waxy, but I'll have to play around with it a little more and then let you know in like an upcoming favorites video or something. That'll be good. I'll probably mention a lot of these in my February like favorites and flops, or like, so like a lot of these will probably be good and a lot of these, or some of these might be bad, I don't know. So that's probably when you'll get your update, or maybe I'll do a haul update, I don't know. I also picked up the LA Girl Eye Luxe Mesmerizing eyeshadow palette in the shade Urbanize, and these, okay, I wanted to pick up the Wet n Wild ones online, but they were all sold out, so that's when I went to these LA Girl ones, and a lot of people have been talking about these. This is an all matte palette, and I'm actually really glad I picked up this, because I don't have an all matte palette. When I look at my collection, I have a bunch of eyeshadow palettes, but they're all like mattes and shimmers. I don't have an all matte one, and I think this is a very nice product. 100% travel with this product, and then just kind of like what I did today, I used this, and I used one other shade. I used on my eyes today this, and then just the Butter London Glaze and Eye Gloss on top as like the shimmer. That was it. And that is definitely what I would do if I were traveling. I would pack this and just one shimmer shade single that I have a few of them, and that's what I would do. And I think this is a very good palette for that, and I'm thoroughly impressed. And these are $4.99, $5.99. I don't know. I was picking up some inexpensive products which I really like, so I'm really glad I picked this up because I don't have a lot of drugstore eyeshadow palettes. When I go for eyeshadow, I normally just go for high-end. It just is just what I buy. If I buy a high-end product, it would most likely be an eyeshadow palette or like a face palette or something. So I'm really glad I picked this up because I don't have a lot of drugstore stuff, and this is a matte palette, which I don't have either. So far, impressed. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I have the Essence Make Me Brow Gel. I've used this before. I did get the blonde one again, which I like because the dark one is really dark. I haven't, they must have a medium one, but I don't know if I've picked up the medium one. This one thing I noticed when you first get this, it has so much product on it, you have to like scrape it off, and it is very light for my eyebrows, so I definitely had to take like an extra spoolie and just run it quickly through my brows like this to just make sure it kind of distributed the product. Speaking of these, I picked these up the other day at Target from Sonia Kashuk since everything was on clearance. These were like 98 cents. The number 127 and 126, the brow spoolie, and then the eyelash comb and the like brow brush. I do have this one from Sonia Kashuk. I like the metal tip of this, and this one, it just totally is like broken. So I mean, I can re-glue this, but I would say like this was probably more like $5, and I didn't really want to spend $5 on this, so I just decided to pick up the plastic one, and it's perfectly fine. So Sonia Kashuk makeup is on clearance, you guys. If you didn't know, check Target out. They're probably basically almost gone. Glamour, I did pick up the Ardell Glamour. Wow, I have foundation on it. Camera overheated, so I was talking about these. The Ardell Glamour Demi Wispy lashes. I've had Ardell lashes before, and I basically have used them to death. And I don't use lashes very often, so I do definitely reuse mine. And these were on sale for $2, so I just decided to pick them up. I do like Ardell lashes. These are the Demi Wispies, so they aren't that long. They're really not much longer than my normal lashes, but I kind of like that because then if I did film and I put these on and then I was like, oh, I'm going to go out in public, I have lashes on that aren't like insane. So I do like Ardell lashes. Okay, and I have two mascaras. The Catrice Glamour Doll, you guys know I've been talking about this mascara for a while. This is only the second one I've purchased, or this is the second one I've had, so I purchased this twice. And I do like this mascara. This is great for, this is great for pairing with other mascaras. I can wear it alone. I kind of did today. I paired a little bit of this with it, but I don't think it turned out as well. These mascaras need to be open for a few days before they turn out really good, especially this one. But I did put this one on, and it did look good. I do think that this one pairs nicely with other mascaras for definitely like helping lengthen and also helping kind of like separate my lashes, because sometimes mascaras get clumpy, and if I use this to help out with it, it always makes it look so good. So that's what I really like this one for. And it's only like $6.99, and it's a very nice one for lengthening for sure. And then the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. This is the second one I've had. Purchased the first one in the end of November. Already having to buy a new one 2 months later because my other one is like so dried out and not the same. So it's kind of the same as the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and that's really frustrating to me. So I don't think I'll be purchasing this one very often unless it's like amazingly wowing me. The first few weeks, like 2 weeks that I had this, you guys, insane. My lashes were so long and just like amazing. So I'm hoping I get the same effect with this. If not, it's going to be the same thing as the Lash Paradise, and I will just be done with it. Probably should have checked that. It's drier though. I don't like the dry formulas. I like the more wet formulas because they just seem to work better with my lashes. Dry ones always end up getting flaky and just, I don't know. So that was it. I didn't purchase any lip products. I didn't purchase any primers or powders, and I think that was it. Or liners. But I pretty much got a lot of stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've tried these products, what you think of them. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know by giving this a thumbs up that you enjoy hauls, because I do like a good old classic haul. What was I doing? I don't know. You guys, I haven't filmed in a while. Sorry, I've been a little slow. It's just been crazy. I say it all the time. It's just been crazy. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
What the hell is that?
Did you see my reaction?
Woman, what changes with dozens?
Nice.